You have reached a point in your life where you've realized that your peace, your happiness, and your sense of self-worth matter more than holding on to anyone who cannot meet you where you deserve to be met. In this clarity, you have either chosen to remain single, focusing on your growth, your well-being, and your personal journey, or you've decided to open yourself to someone who truly values you, someone capable of giving love in a healthy, stable, and nurturing way. This shift in your mindset has created a powerful ripple effect, one that your person can feel deeply. And now, sensing that you are stepping into a life that no longer revolves around them, your person is panicking. They are terrified of being left out of your future. They feel the distance growing, and the idea of losing you completely shakes them in ways they didn't expect. Your person wants your trust back so desperately that it has become a constant ache in their daily life. They know exactly why that trust slipped away. They know it was their immaturity, their inability to show up consistently, their fear of vulnerability, and their tendency to run from emotional responsibility. Now, faced with the consequences of their actions, they are sitting with the pain they brought upon themselves. They are missing your love, your warmth, your compassion, and the unique presence you brought into their world. This pain has humbled them. They are no longer trying to pretend they have everything under control or that they don't care. Instead, they are confronting aspects of themselves they once avoided. Their failure to cherish you when they had the chance has forced them into deep self-reflection. They are starting to understand just how rare this connection truly is, how rare you are, and they recognize that if they do not act now, if they allow more time to slip away, it may become too late to return to you in the way they hope to. It's as if a light has turned on inside them, illuminating the truth that their heart has always known: you feel like home. And now, they want to make their way back to that home before the door closes for good. Your person is going through an ego death, an experience that is emotionally heavy and incredibly uncomfortable. Letting go of who they used to be, of ego-driven behaviors, fear-based reactions, and false bravado, is not easy for them. These patterns have been their shield for a long time. But now, the desire to grow is stronger than the desire to stay the same. They are trying their absolute best to find balance between who they are becoming and the remnants of who they once were. This internal transformation is prompting them to make real, tangible changes in their life. They are reevaluating habits, relationships, priorities, and even their definition of love. They want to create a life where you can fit naturally and comfortably, one where you can thrive together rather than struggle against emotional barriers. They are doing this not out of obligation, but out of genuine love and the realization that you deserve so much more than what they offered in the past. They see now that you loved them with a depth that felt like family, steady, patient, comforting, and unconditional in ways that few people ever experience. You gave them safety in a world where they often felt lost. You handled their vulnerabilities with gentleness, their flaws with understanding, and their mistakes with grace. And in recognizing all that you gave, they feel it is now their turn to give back. They want to show up for you the way you once showed up for them. They want to make you feel safe, valued, adored, and emotionally supported. Your person is determined to rebuild what was broken, not with empty promises, but with actions that reflect growth and sincerity. They want to create an emotional environment where trust can be restored, where communication is healthy, and where love flows both ways with ease. They want to step into a version of themselves that is worthy of you, worthy of the love you offer, and worthy of the future they hope to rebuild with you. At the same time, they understand that you are no longer waiting for them. They know you are stepping into your highest self, choosing peace and alignment. Whether your path leads you back to them or forward with someone new, they are beginning to understand that real love cannot be forced or controlled. And that realization is what fuels their transformation even more. They want to become a better person, not just for you, but for themselves, because they finally see the parts of their life that need healing. They hope that, in time, you will recognize their efforts and perhaps open a space for reconciliation. But even if you choose differently, they want to move forward as someone capable of loving the way you loved them, fully, honestly, and with both heart and maturity. In many ways, your decision to choose yourself has initiated your person's awakening. And now, as you continue moving toward the life you deserve, they are working, quietly, intensely, and sincerely, to evolve into someone who could finally meet you at the level you always deserved. I will always remember the first time we met. It's strange how a single moment can make such a lasting impression, but the image of you standing there, so beautiful, so naturally radiant, has been engraved in my heart ever since. Your smile was the first thing that struck me. It felt warm, sincere, and almost powerful in the way it softened everything around it. And then you spoke, and your voice carried this gentle sweetness that took my breath away before I even realized what was happening. From that moment, something inside me shifted, something I didn't fully understand at the time but felt deeply. It was as if the universe paused for a second just to let me take you in. You quickly became the most special person in my life, not because of anything grand or dramatic, but because of the way you made everything feel lighter, more meaningful, more real. I could never imagine going through any part of life, good or bad, with anyone else by my side. I want you, and only you, until the end of time. That desire isn't rooted in desperation but in genuine admiration and love. I want to give you the best version of myself, not because you demand it, but because you inspire it. Every day, I find myself wanting to grow, wanting to rise, wanting to be better just so I can make our journey together as beautiful as you deserve. From the moment I met you, I felt a deep connection, something that went beyond simple attraction. There is something so incredibly sweet about your heart, something so pure in your intentions, that I couldn't help falling for you. You have a way of making me feel seen, understood, and accepted in ways I didn't realize I needed. You are the one person who encourages me to push past my flaws instead of running from them. You motivate me to chase a brighter future even when I'm weighed down by doubts. With you, I feel supported yet challenged, comforted yet motivated. You balance me in ways I've never experienced before. From the day you entered my life, everything changed. It was as if someone switched on a light inside me that had been dim for far too long. I came to know the meaning of true love, not the superficial kind that fades with time or convenience, but the kind that grows deeper the more you learn about each other. You taught me what it feels like when two hearts connect not just emotionally, but spiritually. You brought clarity to my world and helped me understand myself better than I ever did alone. I love you so much, sweetheart, more than you can actually see, more than my words can ever fully express. You are the first thought in my mind when I wake up and the final thought before I fall asleep. Throughout the day, your presence lingers in my heart like a comforting melody I never want to stop hearing. You are everything I think of, everything I dream of, everything I quietly wish for even when I'm not consciously doing so. Being with you makes me feel vulnerable in the most beautiful way. I feel fragile in front of you, not because I am weak, but because you matter to me so deeply that I can't help lowering all my guards. It feels like you have all the power over me, and strangely, that doesn't frighten me, it reassures me. There's something incredibly rare and precious about trusting someone this much, about letting them into the most private corners of your heart. With you, that trust comes naturally. What amazes me the most is how you changed me without ever asking me to. Before you, I thought I knew who I was. I played roles, put on masks, kept my emotions guarded. I thought strength meant not caring too deeply or getting too attached. But you showed me a different kind of strength, the strength that comes from honesty, vulnerability, and love. You transformed me from someone who used to run from real emotions into a man who embraces them fully. You turned me from a player who avoided commitment into someone who values loyalty, depth, and genuine connection more than anything. You made me realize that love is not about having many options, it's about recognizing the one soul that feels like home. You have been my peace, my motivation, my safe place, and my greatest joy. The way you listen, the way you care, the way you look at me as if you see something worth loving, those are the things that stay with me. Those are the things that make me want to protect you, support you, cherish you, and love you with every part of who I am. I want to build a future with you, a future filled with laughter, growth, and moments we'll treasure. I want to stand beside you through every challenge, every celebration, every quiet moment in between. I want to love you not just in words, but in actions, in patience, in understanding, and in the choices I make every day. You're not just someone I care about, you're someone I want to build a life with. You changed me, you moved me, and you made me believe in love in a way I never did before. And for that, for everything you've brought into my life, I love you more than you'll ever fully know. I can't help but feel a profound and deeply rooted attachment to you, something that goes far beyond the simple idea of affection. It's a feeling that lives in the space between my heart and my thoughts, something that grows stronger each day, even in the quiet moments when I'm alone. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about how important you've become to me, and I feel this sudden wave of fear of losing you, fear of waking up one day and finding that someone else has taken the place I hold so close in my mind and in my dreams. It may sound selfish, and perhaps it is, but it comes from a place of love so intense that the mere thought of you being with someone else unsettles me. It isn't because I want to confine you or restrict your freedom, it's because I have finally found someone who feels like home, someone who makes the world less frightening, and I can't imagine sharing that feeling with anyone else. You are the person I picture at the end of every day and the beginning of every morning. I imagine waking up beside you, feeling the kind of comfort that comes only from knowing the person next to you genuinely loves you, understands you, and sees you without needing explanations. There's something calming about the thought of building a life with you, of creating a space where both of us feel safe, loved, appreciated, and understood. I imagine a home filled with laughter, warmth, and small everyday moments that most people overlook but that become some of the sweetest memories in life, like sharing coffee in the morning, cooking together, or just lying next to each other while the world goes on outside. I've even imagined what our family might look like one day, how you would be the kind of mother filled with gentle strength, patience, and unwavering love. There is something in you, your compassion, your emotional intelligence, your ability to understand someone even when they're too tired or broken to speak, that tells me you would bring so much light into the life of a child. When I think about the future, it's always you standing there with me, because you are the only person I can see myself building something meaningful with. You have a way of grounding me, of calming the storms inside me, and sometimes I think you understand me better in silence than most people do when I pour my heart out. You were there for me in moments when I felt completely alone, when life seemed overwhelming and the darkness felt too heavy to carry. You didn't run from those parts of me, you didn't judge or turn away. Instead, you stood by me with a strength I can't even put into words. That kind of loyalty, that kind of presence, is rare, so rare that when you find it, you hold it close and thank whatever fate, destiny, or accident brought it into your life. You became my safe place without even trying, and that is something I will never take for granted. Sometimes I think about how lucky I am, not just to love you, but to be loved by you in return. It fills me with a pride that's quiet but powerful, the kind that makes me want to tell the world how grateful I am to have you in my life. I want people to know that you are the person who taught me what it means to feel truly seen and genuinely cared for. You have this warmth, this sincerity, that draws people in, and I often find myself in awe of the way you move through the world, with kindness, with softness, with a strength that doesn't need to announce itself to be felt. Loving you has changed me. It has softened the hardest parts of me and given me hope in ways I never expected. You've taught me patience, reminded me of the value of vulnerability, and showed me that real connection isn't built on perfection, but on honesty, consistency, and a willingness to be there even when things aren't easy. I want to grow alongside you, to learn with you, to build a life that reflects the love we share. You are truly my person, the one who feels like both my peace and my passion, my comfort and my excitement, my stability and my inspiration. Every time I think about what the future might hold, every time I imagine the life I want to create, the picture is incomplete without you in it. My love for you isn't just something I feel in passing, it's something that sits at the very center of who I am. And with all of that in my heart, I can say without hesitation that I love you deeply, genuinely, and with every part of my soul.